first part could not be simpler. I'm gonna take a pan, I'm gonna take a whole butternut squash, right, washed, 2 onions, unpeeled, and a bulb of garlic. All you need to do is pop that in the oven for 2 hours at 180 degrees Celsius or 350 Fahrenheit, and that's it. It will caramelize, it will concentrate, you'll get the jammiest, most delicious onions, garlic, and the most beautiful, beautiful butternut squash. Easy. Oven does all the work. Me, I can go and do whatever I need to do. So, good things have happened. If you look in the pan, soft, 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 actually sticky and jammy. Smells amazing. And this is absolutely what I would call hands-off cooking. We've let the oven do the hard work. So let's have a little look at what we've earned. I'm gonna take the end of the squash off, cut it in half, and remove these seeds. And all I do now is just hack it up and get that into our bowl. Then it comes to the onion. That skin has protected the onion, but on the inside is the deepest, sweetest, kind of almost balsamic-like onion. Look, 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 look. Squeeze it out. And it's got that kind of French onion soup vibe. Hack up the onion. And in we go. And then we've got the garlic bulb here. Again, completely protected by the skin. So squeeze the garlic. It couldn't be easier. Let me just get rid of all these little bits of skin. We can compost that. Let's just give this a quick little wash. And I'm gonna crack on with a beautiful filling for this pie. First up, roasted red peppers in jars. Genius, you can get them in all the supermarkets. I'm gonna use chickpeas. I'm using jarred chickpeas because they're fatter and more delicious. I'm gonna use a spice called Ras El Hanout and couscous. So all really easy ingredients to get hold of. Let's get this party pie going. Let's start with the peppers. There's no seeds, there's no peeling, but what you do get is sweetness and a smokiness that is the best cheat ever. We'll just chop this up. Now, what I want in the filling for this party pie is like pops of colour, and when you eat it, like explosions of flavour. So around about kind of 1 centimetre chunks, I think is quite nice. Then chickpeas, about half a jar, and black pepper, lovely sea salt. Then we're gonna use spice. Ras El Hanout is a Moroccan spice blend. As I sprinkle 2 tablespoons in there, you're getting a lot of those very festive spices. Cinnamon, coriander, you've got nutmeggy sort of vibes going on. These are all kind of smells that you get from mulled wine or mince pies. So it feels very festive at the moment. I want to contrast the seasoning and the spice with herbs, parsley, mint. Just roughly chop them up. Then, probably the most Christmassy dried fruit. Take a little handful of these gorgeous sweet and sour, chewy dried cranberries. Now, I want some saltiness. So I've got some feta cheese, which I think works really, really well in here. When you cook with feta, it's so gorgeous. The texture changes, you've got that tang and that freshness. And just by removing that feta, you've got a vegan option. The last thing I'm gonna do is just add a little handful of couscous. The great thing about using couscous is it soaks up any excess moisture. We want this filling to be light and crumbly. Let's have a little wipe down. And the fun starts now. Filo pastry. It's like one of these secret ingredients that I always have in the fridge. Let me give you a little trick on how to use it. Get a cloth, clean one, get it wet. And I'll lay the filo on top of it so it doesn't get too brittle. Then I'm gonna take 2 sheets, right? Take enough filling to be about 1 inch thick. If it's not perfect, please do not worry. This is the most forgiving recipe ever. Then take the wet cloth, and I just do that. Couldn't be simpler, right? And we're making kind of like a little cigar. And now what I'm gonna do is flavour this pan. So before I put that in there, just a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of our spice mix, a few little lonely chickpeas, just a little bit of rosemary on the bottom. And then we take this little sausage that we've done and we put it around the outside. And then we repeat it. So I've taken the inspiration for this pie from a dish the Moroccans call the mahancha, which translates as snake. They make a really large one, but I haven't got the space for that. You can be rough and ready and just join up your little snakes to make one large snake. Now we're going inside like a little Catherine wheel. Last one going in. Just there like that. So what I love about it is it's kind of organised chaos, which is exactly what Christmas is like anyway. And then all these little bits of herbs and the chickpeas, they'll go crispy. Really poppy and crispy and gorgeous. So we're going to cook this in the oven for 45 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius, which is 350 Fahrenheit. And that is definitely going to get people talking. Delicious. Let's have a little look. Whoa! Look at that. Oh. Get a platter or a board, and we're going to turn it out. 1, 2, 3. Oh, look at that! Wowzers. The little Catherine wheel, the crispy bits, the chickpeas, look how gnarly they've got. So to go with this, I'm going to make a beautiful scented 1-minute tomato sauce, taking inspiration and accents from North Africa, and it feels really festive. So in this same pan, I'll add just a little oil, 2 or 3 peelings of lemon zest, a little stick of cinnamon, and there's one more little ingredient that I love as well, and that is harissa, which is a beautiful, quite fragrant, mild chili paste. So all you need is a little teaspoon. And then we take humble tin tomatoes, so shake in the juice, and then just crush in the tomatoes. So it is a really rustic, delicious tomato sauce. Bring it to the boil for 1 minute only. A good pinch of pepper and salt. And that's it. How easy was that? Imagine that pie, hot, crispy, golden. We've got this lovely sort of lemony, slightly sort of chilled tomato sauce. I want something cold and refreshing that's just going to kind of cut through. So yogurt is utterly delicious. And just steal just a tiny bit of that harissa oil. Look at the colour, 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 colour. And then bash up some pistachios. And this is going to give you the most amazing, green, gorgeous crumble on the top of our pie. But we're going to contrast that and make it stick with some beautiful runny honey. It really does feel like something special. Inspired by my travels around North Africa, it makes the most fantastic veggie option at Christmas. Let's have a look inside and see what's going on. Oh, it's crunchy. Let's take a nice big wodge. I think things just got a little bit more interesting. Let's fully load it. Wow.